Right, I had a look, and I mean, there's a few people I haven't talked to, but apart from that, I think that's everything that needs to be done here. So I'm gonna go ahead and head back to the main world, and we will see what Oberon has to say.
My friend, I beseech thee to wait before seeing the king away straight. We have other fish on our plate as a great matter of state.
What do you mean?
There are people to greet, missions to complete. Before we can see his highness, 'twill be too late. Don't put it off, mate. Pray do heed these words and say yes.
I'm listening, but I find it strange. After all, I am only obeying my mission.
We are sitting on the brink of changes so vast, and our world will be so different to its shape of the past.
You seem very nervous all of a sudden. You're usually so much calmer. What is going on?
Listen, VP, I have something huge to confess to you. It's been gnawing at the pit of my belly. I should have said something before.
You're speaking like a regular person.
I am much too ashamed to tell you in verse.
Very well, I am listening.
You must know that if I am here now, it is because the king ordered me to keep an eye on you. He was worried you might get all rebellious, like you were in the past. What I've been doing is kind of, well, spying on you for the king.
What are you talking about?
Long ago, you took issue with the king because he wanted fairy folk to retire from the world of men. You said that if we abandoned them, we would succumb to a fate much worse than death. Oblivion. You rebelled and he punished you. He plunged you into stasis in a crystal. You are not the one who decided to leave us.
I do wish I had known that earlier, but I thank you for having the courage to tell me now.
You don't know how ashamed I feel for lying to you for so long. I thank you for being so kind with me.
Let us attend our unfinished business. We shall seek out the king afterwards. Oh, okay. Well, I know I wasn't going to go straight to the king anyway, because I know we have a few missions to complete, one of which is we found the fabric for Arachne, so let's go ahead and give her it.
Hello gang, VP, can I help you in any way?
I brought you the fabric for which you asked, created by the finest weaver of the city of mirages.
Such finesse! There is nothing like it. Please allow me to offer you these items I have stitched. You'll find nothing as protective, even beyond the mirrors.
Thanks very much. See you soon. And then Chugfly was the other one, if I remember where he was, that is. Was he not? He's not over there, that was someone else. That's not him. And that's the trolls. Luckily we've got the beams of light. And I think the map might show us. Map. Chugfly. Oh yeah, I remember. He's over here. Chugfly should be down here somewhere. Here he is.
Say, it's our little sleepy face. How can I help you?
I'd like to ask you some questions.
What do you want to know?
I bring good news. I found one of your cousins, Chugfly. He lives at the foot of Yggdrasil.
Bless my lucky stars. Is he alright? Did he send any news at all?
He sends his best wishes, but he also told me about another cousin who had been gone much longer. In fact, the cousin number 1 set out in the first place, it was good to go looking for cousin number 2.
Now that you mention him, I do remember cousin number 2 as clearly as day. Oh, what a big happy family of adventurers we are. You'll find one of us anywhere you go, except for me. Of course, wouldn't find me anywhere except here. Say, if you bump into cousin number 2, could you pass on my very, very best wishes and get some news?
As happy coincidence would have it, I also bumped into him. He's found a good job for himself on the Flying Dutchman.
Really? Excellent news. He didn't give any message. He didn't give you a message for me, did he?
He sends on his best wishes and told me he hoped to see another of your cousins someday. The cousin who he says lives in the City of Mirages.
What a wacky, wacky family we are. Well, if I ever bump into him, in passing like...
I also met him. He is living in the City of Mirages and he misses you all. He hopes to come see you very soon, now that the mirrors are more stable.
Fantabulous news! I never dreamed we'd see each other again. Not in 1,000 years. What a marvellous help you have been. Here, take this crown. With my heartfelt thanks. An old bird told me it helps warn of storms. Before a flashbang walloping storm hits town, the crown will start rattling.
Thank you. I'm sure I shall find good use for it. Farewell. Okay, that is that. I think it's one more quest, and it's that we have. I don't know if there's any more. And I have an idea of how to do it, so I'm just going to go ahead and get it done.
Well, hello again. Have something else you want to retrieve from the water?
No, but I do have a few questions.
I'm listening.
Have you ever been to Arcadia?
Yes, a long time hence, back when we didn't need mirrors to travel. The fairy kingdom was omniscient. But why do you ask? Well, that world disappeared long ago.
It is because of Marsyas. He is homesick for his lost land, especially the nymphs. He wants to hear them laugh once more.
Ha! Good old Marsyas. He never changes.
You really have to be a gaga for everything passing Philly to get all blurry-eyed for the laughter of a nymph. Why do you say that? He seemed to say the nymphs were particularly charming.
Oh, they were, but their laughter was honestly not their saving grace.
Their laughter sounded like a squawking gulls gargling water. Otherwise, the comparison is just. Thanks very much. And then, I think, gulls squawking laughter. So I think now we have to find the bird again. No? Hold on. Find a full bottle of water. Oh, okay. I'm not sure where to find that. I know exactly what we need to do. We need to get the bottle, and then we need to reproduce the gold squawk into the bottle. Yeah, I looked it up. It would have taken absolutely ages to actually figure it out, so I just thought I'd look it up. Aha! Now we'll go to the seagull. That was nice and easy. Seagull. Hello, provoke. And then just gotta give it to Marsyas. Hello again. Looking for info from old Messiahs? I am always ready and willing to lend a hand. After a long search, I believe I found an ancient receptacle containing the laughter of a nymph. Here, listen. By Apollo's lyre, the ecstasy, the bliss, Such charm, such grace, such joy. Thank you, dear friend. So many wonderful memories come flooding back when I hear that sweet music. Here, take this wand. I hope you shall find use for it. I am pleased to have recorded such happy times. Now I must continue my journey. Farewell. Brilliant. Absolute perfection. With that, I am going to go and I'm going to actually just save the game here, because I think really if there's anything else I want to be able to return. Right, with that, I'm going to go ahead and talk to Oberon. I did just check really quickly, and perhaps there's a couple of side missions I've missed in both the Scarabland and the Flying Dutchman, but VP, wait up. I want to be by your side when you meet Oberon. Yes, VP, I have never had a very easy relationship with him, as you know, but what we have discovered makes me even more mad, and I wish to settle things with him once and for all. Very well, I understand, and whatever happens, I'm happy when you are at my side. Me too, when I am far from you, the world seems empty and grey. Let us speak to the king together, my dear. Ah, I feel the magic permeating the land of Avalon. I am very proud of you. VP, you have managed to find and cure the trouble on the scarab, on the sacred scarab. I thank you in the name of all fairy folk. Let's not be hostile, let's just sort of play along. Nothing gets past you, your majesty. It seems everything is back to normal in the city of mirages. I congratulate you. I knew you were the one to accomplish this mission. You were not awakened in vain. Matters are not yet over. Many portals remain broken or under threat. We have not a minute to lose. VP, wait. I can hold my tongue no longer. Can you not see how the king has wronged us, manipulated us, and worst of all, threatened the safety of all our kingdom? Aziel, how dare you accuse me so? Your own father. Say, you've suddenly remembered. Does it really take a kick in the teeth to remind you you're a father? VP, the king is a self-centered control freak. If we really want to save the fairy kingdom, it is him we must battle. You are right, Aziel. Oberon, you have endangered your kingdom, and you are not the only one living in it. I am so sorry, VP. Believe me, I never wish to endanger my subjects. I am so grateful for your efforts, and I promise that if you stay by me, I shall do everything in my power to save our world. VP, the time has come to choose between the king and me. I refuse to know. I refuse to kowtow to the orders of this mindless tyrant. My mother, Titiana, will help us save the fairy worlds much better than he ever could. You're probably right. If your mother can help us, let us find her. My faith in the king is broken. You will regret this, believe me. I am, and still remain, the king of the fairies, and I shall do everything in my power to save my subjects from the folly of man. He persists in accusing man for the horrors he has perpetrated. Blind and stupid. Come with me. He cannot harm us. Poor fools! I shall let nothing or no one raise their hand to me. Thanks to the bravery and intelligence of VP and his companions, the mirrors of Yggdrasil, the Flying Dutchman, and the City of Mirages are gleaming once again. Their magic feeds Avalon, and now the mirrors are once again within reach. Behind them await other worlds and fairies in need of assistance, and Avalon shall need these new allies to help
and win the relentless battle that lies ahead. To be continued. What?
I just want to say while we're watching the credits that there isn't a second game. But while Googling this, it's something that comes up quite often. When you Google this game, a lot of the options are number 2. Number 2. So, what happened? Did, did, did something go wrong? Or did they just never make number 2? That's kind of something I suppose I'll research and find out the reasons why. But I was a little bit rushed. I mean, I could have probably gone back and talked to some people and done some of the side quests and finished off some extra bits. I did create a save beforehand, and the game asked me to save again. I'm glad I didn't save over my other save, so I created a new save. And yeah, I mean, if anyone's interested in finishing the other side quests, I will go ahead and do that. Otherwise, you know, it's a case of this is it, the end. I probably will do one more video, and that'll just be my final thoughts on this game, and maybe talking about what actually happened to the sequel or potential sequel. So yeah, I mean, maybe that'd be something we'll look into. Other than that, this game was something else. It's quite fun. So yeah. And it takes us back to the main menu. Well, I'm going to quickly see what happens if we click load from the save that it created. So this is the last save that was created. It asked us to save, and I just want to see what happens. If it just rolls the credits again, then that's kind of pointless creating that save. So let's see. It looks like it's going to go straight back into the credits. Yeah, does it go straight back into the credits? So with that, I believe that's everything done. That's the end of the game. Wow. It was kind of short. I mean, 11 hours in total. That's not bad in my thoughts, you know. 12 hours. 11 hours-ish. 12 hours, maybe, to complete it. I mean, that was on normal difficulty. I would say it's kind of replayable. Like you could choose different abilities and skills and different people, and you could probably choose different equipment, and you could probably, you could play it on the harder difficulty. Harder difficulty probably just means a case of sort of, oh yeah, you're gonna sort of suffer now extra. It's not. They'll have more health or they'll do more damage. It's always the case. It's not harder. They're not smarter. Like we don't know what abilities they have or what they do, but it's just a case of more. Oh my gosh! What have I got on my face? Hold on a second. Yeah, it's not a case of anything like that. It's just what is going on there? Is this because I put something different on in the inventory? Oh my gosh. What is... I wonder what changed that. The weapon is the wand. The clothing is the dress. The bracelets is that. It's the headband. Oh no, it's not. I think the game just completely glitched out. I don't think that's supposed to look like that. That's brilliant. That's so funny. Or maybe it's done that because we went against Oberon, but how's it remembered that? Like, this was saved before? Yeah, so anyway, the harder difficulties, you know. I mean, difficulty was something that you could change at any time. I mean, I can go ahead and change the difficulty right now to hard. It makes no difference, really. I could have played the game on easy, medium, hard, whatever. Well, that's it. We've seen the end credits. There's, like I said, there's a couple more side quests that were missed. I actually can't see them in my tale, but yeah, there is some stuff that was missed on the Flying Dutchman and the Scarab World. So you know, I could go ahead and jump into one of those worlds and have a look. But it depends if, you know, people want to see 100% completion. Otherwise, this is it. The end. So, thank you all for watching, and goodbye, because this is the end now.